AVV Nation and all of YouTube, what's going on? My name is Patrick France, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest. Hopefully you're doing well here today. Today, I wanted to take a look at one of my favorite timing signals here at VectorVest. It's great for all you short-term trend traders or momentum traders. So if that's your cup of tea, make sure to stick around as we dive into it and see whether or not we do have that buy opportunity right now. And if we don't, what we're looking for to get that confirmation to get that buy opportunity back into the market after the big sell-off we've noticed over the last 6 months. So if you want to show support to the channel, as always, smash that like button right below today's video. And if you're not already a member, click on that subscribe button so that way you can get all the notifications of all the content we have coming out for you every single week. So with that, after you've done all that, let's jump right into the video now. All right, welcome back everybody. So today I want to start off taking a look at the market timing graph. If you're not a VectorVest subscriber, what we're looking at, and when we say the market timing graph, is the price of the VectorVest composite. The VectorVest composite is an arithmetic indexed average of about 9,200 stocks out there. This gives you a better representation on what's actually going on in the market because it's not just looking at small subsections of the market, such as the Dow's 30 or the Nasdaq's 100 or even the S&P's 500, but it's looking at 9,200 stocks all into one. So this gives you a better representation, once again, of what's actually going on here. Now, we use the price of the VectorVest composite and add a few technical indicators to generate signals for more of our short-term intermediate timing signal. Before we jump into those indicators, let's go ahead and add those signals onto the graph. They'll be represented in green and red arrows. So that way you can see when we gave those buy signals and when we have those sell signals, or from the sell signal standpoint in this down market, when you could take advantage of that down market and play the market, whether it be with contras or shorting, but play the market to the downside to take advantage of it and make money in those conditions. So I'm going to go ahead, add on these little signals here, and you can see the red shaded area when you highlight or bring your cursor over it, and then the green shaded area showing you the buy time, and then the red shaded area showing you the sell times. And this is over a 6-month basis, so pretty much all of 2022 so far. Now, as a VectorVest subscriber, you can go back and look at the historical data for many, many years. So if you want to take this and expand on it, by all means, click on the link down in the description below, sign up for the trial, and put it to the test yourself. So jumping into it, as we can see, we have had a few quick buying opportunities, but that were short-lived since the market has been in more of a downturn over the last 6 months, but still some good opportunities to make some potential gains during those time frames. Since we have been in a down market, the main focus has been when to take advantage of these big sell-offs so that way you can maximize your returns. Well, ask yourself, could you have made money playing the market to the downside here? Or most recently, what about here? Now, at this point, probably has sparked your interest, but if not, let's jump into the indicators. And so if you're more of a technical person, want to understand how this thing works, let's jump into that and show you the recipe for this success here. So there's a timing signal, as you can probably tell in the bottom left-hand corner, that we call the DEW. It stands for first indicator that we're going to look at, going to technical analysis, the DPO or the detrended price oscillator, which is more of a trending indicator, if you will. So it's looking at, that level of zero. It oscillates around that level of zero. Above zero indicates a short-term uptrend, and then below zero indicates a short-term downtrend. So looking at it right now, what do we see? Well, the markets have been selling off, and you've had a few quick upticks here with the DPO over the last 6 months. But more recently, one of the key observations I want to point out before we move forward is on this most recent sell-off that we've had in the market. We saw the DPO steadily falling with it, confirming that downward trend. But then since that point, we saw the VectorVest composite start to move off of that most recent low and then formed a higher low. And as we always talk about here, higher lows tends to lead to higher highs. Well, what do we have as of Friday's close? A new higher high. So therefore, those higher lows are leading to higher highs. DPO also confirming that and has been picking up a lot of ground, even as the market's just been slowly picking up more so than anything else. So it gives us an indication that short-term momentum is rapidly building the upside off of these lows here. So that's definitely a positive sign. The next indicator for the DEWs, or the E, stands for the envelopes. And we go to the add parameter once again, technical analysis, and select the envelopes. We're using a 10 and 6, just the basic default settings here in the VectorVest 7 software. And the envelopes show extremes in price. So essentially, whenever price breaks below or goes above one of these envelopes, that indicates an overbought, oversold condition and indicates that the stock, or for the market in this case, is due to correct and come back to the mean, or that middle ground there, if you will. So whenever you see it break below these envelopes or break above these envelopes, expect to see a snapback occurring in the very near future. And then the last indicator that we look at for the DEW, the W, stands for a 30-day weighted moving average. So we'll go here to the price, right click on it, add a moving average, go to weighted. We'll choose a 20 and then just bump that up to 30. And there we go. So now we have that 30-day weighted moving average on the graph. Now, how do we use the combination of these indicators to generate these good buying and selling opportunities? Well, the first rule is that the DPO has to be in positive territory or above that level of 0 for the up signal. The second rule to get that official up signal is that the price has to be closing above that 30-day weighted moving average. As long as those two conditions are met, that generates that up signal for us. And just the inverse for the downside. So to get a down signal, the price has to close below that 30-day weighted moving average, and the DPO has to turn into negative territory or be in negative territory. We can see that occurred right here. And even though we did have a little bit of intraday or short-term fluctuation with the DPO, the price action never closed above that 30-day weighted moving average, therefore keeping us to the downside that whole entire time. So let's talk about this a little bit further and talk about it in today's sense. How do we use this going forward? Well, based off of those two rules, we see that the price has gone back above that 30-day weighted moving average for the first time in well over a month. So now all we're waiting for is that DPO to cross back into positive territory or cross back above that level of 0. As you can see, we are getting extremely close to that. So therefore, is right now the time to be buying? If you're a short-term momentum trader, a short-term swing trader, not quite. However, if the conditions of the market continue to improve over the next day or two, we could see this DEW up signal be generated, which would give you that opportunity to jump on board with some of your shopping lists or some of your favorite stocks that have been beaten up that you're waiting to get back into. Now, if you want to keep up with this timing signal and know exactly when is the right time for you, make sure to click on the link down in the description below, sign up for the trial, because every single night right there on the homepage, we do a market update for you, which is about 10 to 20 minutes long, depending on the day. And we recap what's going on in the market here today, what to expect for tomorrow, what news you need to be aware of. All of our market timing signals we update for you every single night, so you can keep up to date with those as well. So therefore, essentially, it makes sure that you never get caught off guard by what's going on in the market. And if you're using a timing signal like the DEW, we'll report to you every single night when we get that up signal, so that way you can take advantage of it as quickly as possible. So once again, thank you all for tuning in here today. This has been a pretty quick video. You know, the DEW is designed to be simple here, so that way it can help you be a quicker, more efficient trader. Now, there is one rule of thumb that we didn't cover on the DEW, and that includes the envelopes, but it's a rare occurrence, so we're not going to really cover that here today. But once again, we cover that for you, that one rule of thumb, every single night in that daily update for you. So if you wanted to see it and you want to keep up to date with it, make sure, once again, sign up for the trial now in the description below. So if you're a subscriber, let me know if you use the DEW, and let me know your success stories with it down in the comments below. And until next time, take care, adios, and toodles.